Hey guys, today we are going to be discussing something I know it is so close to most of us, especially African women. And last time I made a video showing you guys how to make an egg olive mask for your natural 4C hair. I received a lot of overwhelming and also so kind words, as well as some comments that actually I wanted to share or point out, or maybe to react on those kind of comments. I know the person who wrote this comment, she did it so honestly, and I think she was not on a bad side. And she said that I love your hair, but I think you should be straightening your hair always because it shrinks always. This leads me to my today's video, whereby I'm questioning, do we really need to be on this kind of stuff, like how the society has put pressure on ourselves in terms of how they view our own natural hair, African women hating their own hair, that they have this beauty standard that they are pushing towards, so that our hair can look something else that is not there. So today we're going to be discussing, why do some Africans hate their own natural hair? We're going to be looking at the reasons, and also I want to hear from you, your views, your honest views about it. Do you love your African 4C hair? Do you embrace it? How are you doing it? What are the points, or what are the comments that you have when you see an African hair wearing her own African hair? Let me know in the comment section, and let's start the video. Now, for centuries or for many years, I being an African girl or African lady or woman, I love my 4C hair. I love my hair so much that I have put so much effort in maintaining it. And it's not like I cannot do styles. It's not like I cannot relax my hair. It's not like I don't want to do it or I cannot afford. Of course I can, but I decided to make my hair naturally, like to be natural as much as possible, without actually manipulating it, without adding other stuff that can harm my hair. Before, when I was in high school, I remember I had very long hair. That was in 2009 when I was winding up or finishing my high school. And during that time, my hair was so beautiful, and they told us that we need to cut, all the girls need to shave their hair, and it frustrated me. It was coming to an end, like we are coming to an end of the examination, like we were coming to an end of our 4th year in the high school. And I remember I was among the girls who had very beautiful hair, and it frustrated me that I had to shave my hair. I remember even at one point not eating the whole week, just thinking about my hair and thinking, why has this happened this time of the year? So it was very bad for me. And from that day, when I shaved my hair, I felt very bad. I felt like just crying and stuff. And after the high school, I started growing my hair. Okay, so it has taken a long time for me to grow my hair. Those who have 4C hair, they will understand that our African hair is not growing as fast as the other hairs, okay? And we have different kind of textures. Now, in recent years or in recent days, I have seen a lot of girls who are embracing their 4C hair with different kind of textures. However, we still have those who feel like, a few girls who still feel like they need to embrace the society. They need to do certain stuff to their hair for them to look beautiful. Now, I'm not against anyone looking beautiful. I'm not against anyone going to the shop and buying expensive wigs. Okay, I'm not saying that you should not do your braids. I'm not saying you should not do your styling stuff. But what I'm saying, that let's not take this as someone is pushing us, the society is pushing us, or someone else. Maybe if it is your boyfriend, you are doing this not for you, but for you, someone else. This is not the right way to do it. If you have to do anything, let it come from your heart. You are doing this because maybe, let's say, you have other options. Let's say maybe you want to do braids. You are bored with your natural hair. You can do braids. You can do other styles. You can put on a wig. Okay. So let's see, what are some of the reasons why some African ladies hate their own 4C hair. The very first one is actually in terms of his history, and also history in terms of colonization. Okay, in the early days, in those early days of our mothers, our foremothers, or our grandparents, whereby we had colonization, European countries colonizing African countries, and they had these beauty standards whereby they showed, or they tried to say that according to them your hair should be straight or should be in a certain way, and this affected even the society during those days. The women felt like their fussy hair, their curly, not even their curly, their shrinking. I don't like the word shrink because it even though it is the term that should be used, but I think we should say curly because our hair normally do like this. Okay, so during those days, because of colonization and because of the beauty standard that they were putting on African or on women, like women were viewed, the European people viewing African women like they don't have that standard hair or beauty or in terms of their hair. So many women started embracing the European beauty standard, like you must have your relaxed hair, you must have straight hair, you must do this to your hair to look beautiful. Okay, so that is just one way, or maybe one factor that has affected a lot of African women, thinking that for you to be beautiful, for you to be accepted in the society as beautiful, you should be having straight hair, which is not true. Okay, because I believe your hair has something to do with your genes, has something to do with your identity. Why are you impressing, or why do you want to embrace someone else's identity when you know very well this is not where you came from? For instance, I'm African, my mother is an African, pure African, my father is a pure African. Why should I start to say that maybe my mother came from Europe when I know that we did not come from Europe? Why should I start doing these things to embrace our other not embrace other cultures, but to other identity? That's what I'm saying. Why don't we embrace our own identity and accept our own identity the way we are? You know, we are trying to force our fussy hair to behave the other way around, and that's why we have most girls are having very difficult time in controlling their fussy hair, because we are trying to pull our hair to do something that is against what the hair wants. Okay, imagine for instance, you are a person, you are going this direction and someone is trying to pull you to go this direction. What will you do? You're gonna reject, because that's not the direction that you want. It is the same way we are doing it to our own hair. When we pull our hair, when we put too much effort to straighten it using a hot comb, maybe you're using a lot of heat on your hair each and every time because you want to look beautiful, because you want to look like the society, the way they want us to be, what will the hair do? It will start opposing you. It will start making a difficult situation for you, and that's why you will try all kinds of products, but it won't work for you, and someone else will just relax, just like me, relax, do nothing, maybe wash their hair with normal routine, and the hair grows, and they call it a day. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, let's not put the society to pressure us or other people to embrace other identities. Okay, now something else I have to add, maybe another point why some girls feel like their hair is too much, it's not good. It is because handling fussy hair, if you don't have any knowledge in terms of product that you are using, in terms of which styles do you want to use, in terms of actually just having that knowledge on how to handle hair, your own hair, can be very, very difficult. Even in the schools, we are not taught about our own hair, rather maybe we were taught about something else. Okay, now if we have enough education, or if we try to teach our girls about their own hair and about loving, self-love, in terms of loving and accepting who they are, then I'm sure that more girls, especially the new generation, they're gonna accept their own hair and embrace it the way it is. Fussy hair or African fussy hair is so beautiful. Let me not kid you. I have been rocking my Fosi hair whenever I go. They know me as a Fosi girl, like a natural girl, and I don't find it difficult, okay? I don't find it something bad. Even if someone criticizes me, I take it as a positive, okay? I don't feel like, oh, because he criticized me or because they rate. Now, something else I have to add, it is because the reason why some girls will not like their own Fosi hair, it is because of the media representation or how the media portrays African or some certain stuff when it comes to beauty. You'll see that even on the magazines, the girls who are rocking or who are presenting some stuff or some ads, they have this long straight hair or relaxed hair, or maybe with fine-tuned wigs or whatever, and this can actually impact the African society and think that maybe as a young generation, or maybe they think that maybe for me to look beautiful, it is because I need to relax my hair, I need to put on the wigs, I need to do this and this to make sure that I'm looking like so and so, which is very wrong, because that's not the essence of beauty, okay? I believe every African woman has her own beauty in terms of their own hair or in terms of their own body. So why should you actually emphasize, or why should you try to be like someone else? Why don't you embrace yourself? Because you are you. I'm me. I am who I am, and I'm embracing me. If I decide not to comb my hair, it is because I know the reason why I'm not doing this. If I decide not to straighten my hair with too much heat, I know the reason, the impact of heat on my hair. That's why I'm not doing it. Why should we always point fingers on a certain girl when they do something? Or why should we always say that, oh, you should be like so and so, or you should do this and this and this, when we know very well the impact of doing so and so? Why should we do that? I think like people should just try to be fine with themselves, and also try to not to copy other people in terms of actually wanting to have another identity which is not our original identity. Okay, there is no shame in being black, there is no shame in having a Fosi, kingy, curly, or whatever name you want to use it, that shrinkage. Why don't you embrace it? And when I say this, I'm not saying that it is easy for all girls to handle their Fosi hair, especially those who are going out each and every day. Maybe they are going on their daily routines in terms of work. It's not easy. I can't sit here and tell you it's gonna be easy, just leave your hair like that. No, what I'm saying is, why don't we embrace ourselves in terms of, instead of actually wanting to look someone else, why don't we accept who we are? Try as much as possible to make sure that the money that we are spending on expensive wigs, try to take this money and put into natural stuff in terms of the product that we are using, the styles that we are making. Why don't we try to give our hair what it needs for it to grow? Because I believe even if it won't grow longer like this, maybe until it gets to the waist of your back, it will grow naturally beautiful and also healthier. Something else is that the society has put this thing that for you to be beautiful, or for you to be for your hair to be beautiful, it might be so long, which is so wrong. It should not be so long. As long as you are rocking your Fosi hair, it is naturally you are taking care of it, and it is natural. Even if it is 1 inch, that is okay. Okay, don't feel ashamed, don't feel embarrassed, don't feel bad. Don't let people try to manipulate you so that you can take that pressure and put on your own natural beautiful hair. Okay, embrace it. If you love your Fosi hair to be short, embrace it. If you love it to be a little bit longer, embrace it and work towards the length that you want in a right way. Okay, now something else, it is in terms of actually why the girls, maybe some girls don't like their own hair. It is because even our own men, like certain men, not all of them, but certain men, especially those who are into maybe African women, they might have this character of saying that you must have this certain kind of hair, or maybe your hair should be straight, or maybe I like girls who have straight hair, or I like girls who have this kind of hair. And this kind of talks, or these kind of talkings, when a girl, especially the ones who are already into relationship, when they hear this kind of stuff, maybe for instance another girl wears good wigs, or maybe she doesn't do a lot in terms of natural hair, and she gets a very good person, or maybe a wealthy person. When another girl who is just natural fussy hair, when she sees, she might say, oh, because she wears straight hair, or because she relaxes her hair, that's why she got that man. When in reality it is not that. Okay, maybe she has something else, or maybe she is doing something else that you are not doing. Why don't we leave the men alone? And you men, if you are watching my video and you always criticize African fussy hair, shame on you. You should not be criticizing African hair, okay? Or you should not telling girls, I need a girl who had this kind of hair. That's not good, okay? Now, something else as I wind up my video is in terms of actually in terms of jobs. We have a lot of maybe some certain job position that, or maybe certain brands, or maybe certain companies that find it difficult to hire a fussy hair person, or maybe an African who has an afro hair. They might think, oh, it's gonna be destructive, or it's gonna be blah blah blah, which is not true. Because I think if the girl has the skill and the experience needed in that certain job, why should you deny her the chance to work in that company just because of her hair? No, maybe she's wearing dreadlocks. Why should you deny her? As long as she knows how to take care of herself, why don't you give her the chance to work in that cooperative, or maybe in that job, and see her work before judging her by the looks? Okay, we should not be easy people to point fingers, to judge people by the way they look, especially using maybe their certain features, maybe like hair, or maybe like their skin. We should not be doing that, okay? I think if we put more emphasis on natural beauty in terms of actually accepting it, embracing it, and growing our own fussy hair, I think a lot of girls who are watching this video, all of them, they are beautiful. And if they just put an extra effort in accepting who they are, then it's gonna be very beautiful. I hope you have gotten some value in this video. If you have more questions, if you have any comments, you want to see more talks, or maybe some stuff according to you, according to the video, let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you next in my next video. Until next time again, I'll see you. Bye. Remember to embrace who you are, okay?